The Paris courthouse has seen thousands of trials, but none of its courtrooms was big enough to try the men accused of the Paris attacks. That's why this one was built. Not because of the 20 defendants, but due to the number of plaintiffs, 2,500, victims, victims' families, and groups. The terrorists killed 130 people and injured 490 others.
A large part of the public misunderstands criminal trials. With this gigantic trial, all the means were put in place so that everyone can see and understand how our justice system works.
Well, this trial is huge. In terms of proportions, you got more than 2,000 victims, you've got a lot of security, it outlasted any other trial.
With so many victims, exceptional measures were put in place to mitigate trauma. Psychologists were on site wearing visible vest ribbons, which were used to protect victims' privacy. Those who accepted to talk to the press wore green ones, while red ones were meant to keep the media away. Victims could also follow the trial from afar through web radio. However, having so many plaintiffs, many lawyers were involved in the case, more than 300. That's why for the first time, dozens of lawyers decided to share their closing arguments.
We realized that since there were so many victims and lawyers involved, we had no choice but to find a new way of carrying out our closing argument. We thought about it and decided to address our closing arguments through a series of themes. For me, love was a significant theme, as well as children.
The judges, lawyers and victims insisted that while the trial was exceptional by size, it was perfectly standard in a legal sense, and that everyone's right, starting with the defendants, were respected to the fullest.
These 10 months have been really important for the plaintiffs here in this terror trial. I've been talking to several of them, and they really found each other during these 10 months at court. Very intense hearings. Lots of them, about 400 of them, actually testified in front of the court and told everybody about their pain, about their loved ones that they lost, about what horrible night they had to go through on the 13th of November 2015, and this whole trial, the different stages of the trial have been really important for them and for their healing process. And some of them also told me that they were terrorized thinking of today's verdict, because during these 10 months they have listened to some of the accused, and the accused have told their stories. And they, the people I've talked to, some of the civil plaintiffs, they told me these people also are actually human beings, and some of them might have been caught up in this. And it will be very tough on them, obviously, also if they are being handed down very tough verdicts.